Hello everyone, nice to be back again. I hope you enjoyed Colour Code. Just managed to catch my breath after playing that about 5 hours ago. The next game I'd like to share with you is a bit of a calmer game you'll be pleased to hear, called Golf. Now obviously not all of us have got golf-sized gardens, unfortunately. I know I'm certainly missing playing golf with my mates. So this is an adaptive version, like a throwing or aiming sort of event. Hopefully just behind me here you can see in front of my glorious bush over here I've got a nice hoop which I happen to find in the garage, and I'll put some red cones so you can see it a bit more clearly. You may not have a hoop, so if you've got some cones, if you're playing on a patio you could just draw around it with chalk. If you've got a nice lovely pink flower pot that you're not using at the moment, you could use that as well. Basically we're just creating a hole or a target area that we're trying to aim for. If you've got quite a large garden you could obviously make much larger holes, etc. I've got a nice sized garden but not a golf sized garden. So anyway, you then need an object that you're going to throw or aim towards a target. Now I've got a nice yellow ball here. You might not have a yellow ball. You might have a dog frisbee, if you take your dog up frisbee, or you might have your favourite cuddly toy. And before there are any jokes, no, this is not a cuddly toy of me. So I'm going to use my cuddly toy. And what you've got to do is basically exactly the same as golf, is see how few shots it takes you to get the ball or the monkey into the hoop. Strange, but we'll go with it. So I'm going to start from here. Obviously the best shot will be a hole in one. You can hopefully count my shots, so I'll see how many it takes me. One. Two. Nearly a hole in one. 2 shots there. When you're playing this, obviously, like I said earlier, the distance to the hole is obviously going to make it harder. It's only about a 7 or 8 metre throw, so it's fairly easy. I could even use the garden this way to make it a bit longer, so it makes it harder. Another thing you make it hard, obviously, as well, is reducing the size of the hole. So I could take the hoop away and either draw a smaller circle of them on the patio, or I could use my lovely pink flower pot. See if it goes in this time. Cool. So that's golf. If you want to make this game slightly longer or a bit harder as well, if you want to make it longer, you can have a variety of holes. So you create a little scorecard. You could play a 3-hole or 9-hole course, and obviously the person with the lowest score at the end is the winner. You just have to record your scores for each hole. So on both those holes, it took me 2 throws to get it in. So my score would have been 2 and 2, which obviously, as we know, is 4, or at least I hope so. For any of you keen golfers that like to make it a bit harder, a bit more interesting, you can set up traps. So as in golf, as we all hopefully know, you can have some hazards. So I've got some white cones for a bunker and some red cones for out of bounds for all of you golfing fans. So again, you can set this up. Hopefully you can see here this little white area. If my ball this time goes into the white area, that's an extra shot, or I've got to restart again. And you can't see very well, maybe red wasn't the right colour, just at the back there I've drawn little red lines. If it goes past those cones, that's an extra shot as well. You can decide the penalties. You might even add an exercise, so if I go in the bunker it's 5 star jumps, or if I go out of bounds I've got to do 10 press-ups or something, just to make it a bit interesting. Obviously the closer you put them to the hole, the harder it gets, and you can space them out and take it in turns to create a hole or design a hole, etc. So I'm gonna have one last go with this one. Hopefully I can do it in 2 would be good, and I'll try and see how many shots it takes me to get in the hole. That's out of bounds, so I'm going to do 5 star jumps. Okay, enjoy golf.